Okay, a combination of planes landing and planes getting killed. Let's say this plane gets killed. That's going to put a 1 here and a 1 here, and these two planes land. That's going to set out this counter because it's going to have a 3. So this path occurs and you get a respawn. But this counter over here still has a 1 in it, and we need to reset this back to 0 for the next spawn. Otherwise, when two planes get killed, it's going to go off. Now, there's no MCU to reset a counter. You have to do it with a series of timers. So what I did was, when this counter goes off, it's going to go to this timer, to this timer, to this timer, to this timer, and then we have this loop of timers. So this counter had a 1. This timer is going to go off, this timer is going to go off. Now this counter is going to have a 2. Then this loop occurs again. Now this counter is going to have a 3. And it's going to go off. But we don't want the spawn to occur. We just want to reset this. So the way I took care of that is, when this timer goes off to start the loop, it also deactivates this timer up here. So when this counter goes off and sets off this timer, by the time this timer goes off, this is already deactivated. Then I have another timer up here with a trigger activate to reset this timer for the next spawn. Now, we don't want this loop to go on forever, so when this counter does go off, before this can make one more loop, I do a trigger deactivate to this timer, and because we want to reset this for the next time we get the same situation down here, I have another timer going to this trigger activate to reactivate that timer. So that will bring this back to 0, and when it does, you won't get a spawn because this was deactivated. But another thing this does when it goes off is it does this little pause routine for the all planes killed, and we want to stop that from happening. So when this counter goes off, because a combination of planes landed and planes killed occurred, it not only resets this counter to 0, but it also triggers this timer up here, which triggers a deactivate, which stops this. Then you have another timer here coming off here, which is a trigger activate. It doesn't happen for 2 minutes. So we force this timer to go off. We stop the spawn from occurring, and at the same time we pause this logic down here and then reset it. Okay, all planes getting killed. 3 planes. This counter is keeping track of the planes landing and getting killed. This counter is just keeping track of the planes getting killed. So if they all get killed, this counter is going to go off, but this counter is going to go off too. So we want to pause or stop the logic over here, otherwise we're going to end up with 2 spawns. So what I did was I took this counter here, and when it goes off, it's not only going to do this path right here, which is going to respawn our planes, but I've got this link right here to this counter A pause timer. Very short timer, only a half a second. This timer here and this path is 21 seconds. So a half a second after this goes off, I'm going to get a trigger deactivate, which is going to deactivate this timer. So 21 seconds later, when this goes off, this will be deactivated. Now we have to reset this for the next spawn. So I have another timer here, 2 minutes, to a trigger activate to reactivate this timer up here. So if all the planes get killed, this counter goes off, and through this path here, triggers the spawners, which respawns the plane. This counter also goes off, but because this is deactivated before this goes off, nothing's going to happen on this side.